Good morning, everybody. It's me, Miss Messy, and I'm here at Get Messy and Elle in Paradise to teach you boys and girls how to make Play-Doh on this beautiful day. I'm so excited to be here with you all, and I thank you so much to the town of Holyrood for inviting us to teach you boys and girls how to make Play-Doh. That's a really special thing. I hope everybody's enjoying their Easter break. I mean, it's already Wednesday. You've already enjoyed a few days home with your moms and dads, and you probably had a little visit from a special visitor already. I hope that was wonderful, and I hope you got lots of goodies and chocolates. Oh, Miss Messy is so full after eating all those chocolate bunnies. Yep, he visited us at Get Messy too. The Easter bunny did. And he left little chocolate eggs everywhere, and I even found some jelly beans on the sofa. I did. It was super silly. And when I came in, I was so excited to see all of the yummy goodies, and I ate them all up. So I'm feeling a little bit low today because I think I had too much chocolate. And do you know what else Miss Messy had over the weekend? I got to have a big turkey dinner. Yeah, did you boys and girls get to have turkey dinner too? It's so yummy in your tummy, isn't it? All those yummy vegetables and gravy and turkey and dressing. I could really eat it again, you know, because it was so tasty. So today, boys and girls, we're going to be making Play-Doh. And you know what? When you make Play-Doh, it's really important that you follow a recipe. Yeah, just like when you're making a cake or anything at home with your moms and dads or your nans and pops, it's really important that you follow the recipe because that helps it come out just right. And it gives you the right amount of ingredients each time. So boys and girls, Miss Messy has her tried and true Play-Doh recipe right here ready to go. And do you know what? We've made this so many times at Get Messy, and the boys and girls just love it. So I think that you're going to love it too. So just going to tell you some ingredients that you may need, and you can gather them around your house. And if you need to, just press pause on the video right there and go and get the things you need and pop back and play me again, okay? That's a good thing about seeing things on video. You can pause them and stop whenever you feel like it. So, first of all, boys and girls, you need salt. And it's just regular table salt like this, okay? You can find it in any grocery store or Dollarama or any even side store on the side of the street would have salt. So it's just regular table salt, okay? So we're going to be using that. We're also going to be using flour, and I have my flour in this big container here. Okay, and flour is used for all kinds of things. It's used for baking and making bread. My Nan makes homemade bread, and she uses lots of flour to make homemade bread. Do you boys and girls like homemade bread? I love it when it first comes out of the oven and the steam is coming off it and it's still really warm. And I put the butter on it and it melts all down through the bread. So good. Okay, and then you need water. Just get some water out of the tap. And then we need some lemon juice. Let me find my lemon juice. My lemon juice is super cute because it's in a little tiny lemon. It actually looks like a lemon. Here it is. And you don't need a whole lot of lemon juice. You just need 3 tablespoons, okay? So that's my lemon juice. And then I also need some cooking oil. So here's my cooking oil. So these are ingredients that you boys and girls should all have at home in your cupboards all ready to go. So that way you'll have no trouble to make Play-Doh with me today. All right, so let's see what we have to do first. So I have a large bowl that I'm going to use to mix my Play-Doh in. And then I have a smaller bowl because I have to do some mixing of liquids in this smaller bowl. And then I'm going to add it to the larger bowl, okay? And I also have some measuring cups. So these are good to have because you'll make sure that you get the exact measurement that you need. So this one says 1 cup. And this one says 3/4 cup. And this one says 1/4 cup. So I'm going to use the 3 of these to make Play-Doh today. And we also need a spoon for mixing. So I have a large wooden spoon to help me mix. And you can have some food coloring. Whoops. I have some neon colors food coloring because I thought they would be super cool to maybe make some pink Play-Doh because pink is actually my favorite color. Yeah, I love pink. So I'm going to make some pink Play-Doh today. And then you also need a 1 tablespoon measure. So you can have a spoon that has 1 tablespoon on it, or you can use one of the larger spoons in your kitchen drawers. It comes with a small spoon and a large silver spoon, and that one can be your tablespoon measure. Okay? And you need a kettle. So boys and girls, when we use the hot water, we need to ask our mommies and daddies for help, okay? Please, please, please don't touch the hot water without mommies and daddies' help, because hot water can burn your skin and be dangerous, okay? So stay away from the kettle, says Miss Messy. Okay, boys and girls? Thumbs up? Excellent, thank you. All right, so let's get down to our recipe. So boys and girls, my first step said that I need to add the water that we're going to use and the lemon juice to my kettle. I have my kettle over here plugged in, ready to go, and we have to boil it. So we're going to mix our water and our lemon juice together and boil it in the kettle, okay? So the amount of water that we need is 3/4 of a cup. All right, so I have 3/4 of a cup of water filled up in here in my 3/4 cup measuring scoop, but we need to take away 3 tablespoons of water first, okay? That's a little bit of a trick. So we need to take away 3 tablespoons of water out of this 3/4 of a cup. So I filled it up to the top, and I'm going to use my tablespoon measuring, and I'm going to go 1 and take that out, and I'm going to go 2 and take that out, and then I'm going to go 3 and take that away, okay? So I'm going to lay that over there for right now, and now I have a little bit less than 3/4 of a cup because I've taken away 3 tablespoons of water, okay? And the reason why I did that is because I need to put in 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. So our Play-Doh mixture has to have a certain amount of liquid in it, and that's 3/4 of a cup. But if we put in 3/4 of a cup of water and then we add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, what's going to happen? Right, there's going to be too much liquid put into it, isn't there? So we have to be very careful, boys and girls, when we do that. So that's why we take 3 tablespoons of water away so we can add 3 tablespoons of water to our mixture. All right. Give that a little stir around. Okay, so I have mine done. So now I'm going to dump it into my kettle and I'm going to boil it. So boys and girls, you can probably do the dumping of the water in the kettle. But when the water is boiled, I don't want you to touch it, okay? Get your mommies and daddies to help. All right, so I have mine turned on. I pushed the button down and the red light came on, which means my kettle is ready to go, and I can already hear it. Do you hear it? It's going pshh. That means it's boiling my water, so that's good news. Okay, so while that is boiling, boys and girls, this is where we get to mix up our dry ingredients. And when you're making cakes at home sometimes, you'll have to mix up your liquid ingredients, things like your oil and your water and your eggs, in one bowl. And then you'll have to mix things like your dry ingredients, like sugar and flour and baking powder and things like that, in a separate bowl. And then you put them together. So the same thing we're going to do with our Play-Doh. So we need to start with flour and salt. Okay, that's the 2 main ingredients. And we're going to mix them together inside this bowl. So it tells me that we need 1 cup of flour. So I'm going to get my flour here. And I'm going to open the lid. I already have a measuring scoop in there, so I'm going to see what this scoop says. It doesn't have a measure on it. Well then. That's strange. Maybe it's worn off. So I'm going to get my 1 cup measuring scoop here. Okay, I have it right here, and I'm going to get 1 cup of flour. So I'm going to take the whole lid off because it just makes it easier for me to put my scoop inside. Ooh, and flour, boys and girls, goes everywhere. It's so powdery. Okay, so here I go. So as you can see, I have 1 level scoop of flour, and I'm going to dump that right into my bowl. So boys and girls, you do that with me, okay? Get your 1 cup of flour and dump it into your bowl. Okay, next I need 1/4 cup of salt. That's not very much salt, boys and girls, 1/4 cup. So I'm going to get my 1/4 cup measuring scoop here that says 1 1/4 on it, which means 1/4 cup. I'm going to get my salt. And I'm going to fill up my 1/4 cup measuring scoop. Right to the top. Whoop. Give it a little shake to level it off. Okay, do you see? And I'm going to go, whoop, and I'm going to dump that in there. And now we're going to give it a little stir. Okay, because I want the salt and the flour to mix together evenly. So now I can't even tell which part is salt and which part is flour because it all looks the same. Look, can you see where the salt is or the flour? Nope, because it all looks the same. Okay, let's see what's next on our recipe. Now it says that once we mix together the flour and the salt, we need to add the water and the lemon mixture that we boiled in the kettle to a separate bowl and add some colors. So I'm going to turn it on just one more time for good measure. I hear it. Okay, it's ready. So like I said, boys and girls, can you see the steam? That means it's very hot. So like I said, this part needs to be for your moms and dads, okay? Because I don't want you to burn yourselves. Because hot water really does not feel nice if it gets on your skin. Okay, so I said we were going to do some pink. So I have some hot pink. It's kind of like a pinky purpley color. It's a neon color. And I'm going to put some drops in here. Oh, and it's mixing inside. All right, let me get I have a popsicle stick to stir that up. I think it's more like a purpley color. That's okay. I love purple too. As you can tell by my hair, boys and girls, I love pink and purple. Okay, so now this part is fun. So we get to pour this part into our dry ingredients now. So this liquidy part that you just mixed up with lemon juice and water, and you boiled it, and then you added some food coloring, we're going to put that inside of our bowl now with our dry ingredients. So like I said, get some help from your mommies and daddies to do this part because this is super hot. And we're going to pour it inside. Oh my goodness, it kind of looks like purple Gatorade or Kool-Aid. And then you can do this part, boys and girls. I'm sure that your moms and dads won't mind if you help mix together the purpley mixture with your dry ingredients. Now, as you mix it in, it's going to cool down. That's the good thing. And it cools down very quickly, boys and girls. It doesn't take too long. So after you've mixed it up a little bit, ask your mommies and daddies just to touch it with their fingers, like this, just to see. And mine's actually good enough now for me to touch with my hands. Okay, so I'm going to get my oil ready because afterwards, if you need to, you add a little bit of vegetable oil, and that will help if your Play-Doh is a little bit too sticky. Now, not all the time do you need the vegetable oil, so we'll just see what happens. So I have my one hand in there now, and I'm mixing up the last little bit of flour that's kind of still in the inside of the bowl and squishing it in there because I want to use every part of it. Do you see how there's still some along the sides of the bowl? So we're going to try to scrape up all that as much as we can because it all has to be mixed together. And boys and girls, when I was a little girl, I used to make bread with my nan, and she would tell me I had to knead the dough. So kneading is when you take your fist and you push it down inside the dough, and it helps, and then you fold it over, and it helps stuff stick inside. So as soon as I get this mixed up good, I'm going to lay it out on the tabletop here for you guys to see. Oh, it's mixing really good. And it looks like a really fun Easter color, doesn't it? Okay, I almost have it ready. So I'm going to pick up the last little bit of flour that I can with my Play-Doh and fold it over and scrunch it in. This mixing part is a lot of fun. It gets all gooey and it's still a little tiny bit warm. It's not hot at all, but it's warm on your hands and it feels so nice and squishy. All right. Now, like I said, boys and girls, if your Play-Doh is a little bit sticky, and it might be a little bit sticky, and if it is, you can take a little bit of vegetable oil or cooking oil, just a little tiny drop, and you rub it on your hands and makes your hands all shiny. And then you can pick up your Play-Doh and work it into the Play-Doh, and it helps with the stickiness. Okay, So let me show you. Oh my goodness, this is such a nice Play-Doh. Look. Do you see it, boys and girls? It's perfect. And do you know what I like to do sometimes? If I have like cinnamon at home, sometimes I like to put cinnamon in my Play-Doh because it gives it that nice cinnamony smell. And it reminds me of like pumpkin pie and French toast and maple syrup. It reminds me of things like that. So you can do that too if you want to put some cinnamon in it. I had another friend make Play-Doh and she put gingerbread seasoning in it and it smelled like gingerbread cookies. But you can't eat Play-Doh, can you? No. And then if you have some toys, oops, some little things that you can use to cut it up. You can make shapes and you can cut it with Play-Doh toys and different things, and you can do it and you can have it for a long time. So boys and girls, when you're done making your Play-Doh, you can put it in a Ziploc baggie, or if your moms and dads have like a Tupperware container that's airtight, you can keep it in there and it will keep it nice and safe so that every time you use it, it's really good still. Okay? And then if you take it out and it feels a little bit dry at a time, then like I said, put a little bit of baby oil or vegetable oil on your hands and you can use it again. Boys and girls, this Play-Doh is really fun. And look, it makes a whole lot of Play-Doh. So if you double the recipe, you'll get extra Play-Doh. So this looks like a good chunk of Easter Play-Doh, doesn't it? So I hope you boys and girls had fun making Play-Doh with me today. I know I had a ton of fun making Play-Doh with you. And I look forward to the rest of the week because we have some exciting things happening. We've already done slime on Monday. That was super sticky and fun. And then yesterday we painted an Easter canvas, which was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed painting Easter bunnies with me. Tomorrow, we're going to make sock bunnies. Yeah, that's a lot of fun too. So you should have a little sock bunny kit inside your Get Messy kit to make sock bunnies with me tomorrow. And then on Friday, we're going to paint a plaster pet bunny. My goodness, what an exciting week of Easter virtual camp we're having here with you guys. So much fun. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you boys and girls have fun making your Easter Play-Doh. And I can't wait to see you back here again tomorrow because we are making sock bunnies, my favorite. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Toodles!